You are listening to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I am your host, Troy Stegner, and I have possibly one of my favorite actors on the line with me here right now, Mr. Michael Rooker. Hello, Michael.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good, good. I don't want to ask the same questions you get asked all the time, so you're probably not going to get a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Good luck. I've been asked a lot, almost every question that I could imagine. So let's see if you can come up with some new ones.
I'll try my best.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
Okay, well, we'll start simple. What gave you that first bite to get the acting bug? What was it that drew you into acting?
I had friends that were actors, and they sucked. And I thought to myself, if I couldn't do it any better than that, I wouldn't do it. And so being a person that loves to accept challenges, I made a challenge to myself, and I took a couple of classes. And when I was in the classes, I realized, oh, this is actually really interesting. I really like it, you know, and I sort of fell in love with it. I fell in love with the literature classes and the acting classes that I was taking, and I just, everything sort of snowballed after that, like a domino effect. It was my friends who were actors were the first domino, and when I pushed it over, it revealed this entire tapestry. And so here I am. I ended up going to a theater school in Chicago called the Goodman School of Drama. It's one of the top 3 schools in the country. They've since they changed their name to the theater school at DePaul University, and that's where I went for 3 years, 3-year conservatory program, and I was luckily asked back every year, and ended up graduating and pursuing an acting career in theater for the first couple of years, and then I started doing more TV and film work, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell, and then I've been doing it ever since.
Do any of those friends that suck, are they still in acting?
I hope so. You know, I mean, you know, we all sucked back then. We're just beginning. Come on, they were just beginners. I was not even beginning yet. But I always have had a very keen sense of what's real and what's not. You know,
Right.
I could always tell bullshit from the real stuff. Whether we're having a conversation on the street, or we're having a conversation in a boardroom, I know when you're bullshitting me. And so the plays that they were doing at the time, you know, what could I say? I mean, everyone improves, and hopefully everyone improved, and we're no longer in contact, so I don't know what they're doing, but still, I went on to continue, and here I am today.
Okay, I know a lot of people would like to call, you know, they'll see you in a big movie and call you an overnight success, but they don't see the 20 or 30 years you put in ahead of that time.
Yeah, make it 30. 30 years or more, actually. Oh, my God, 20 years.
Yeah, I didn't want to age you, but okay, yeah. 30,
That's very nice of you. Yeah, I've been going at it since 82. I got out of theater school.
Yeah, and
I did theater for a couple, 3-4 years before getting into TV and film.
Yeah, a lot of TV. I think the first thing I saw you in was Stargate SG1. I saw you in
yes.
one episode.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I'm a big sci-fi guy.
That's when everything was being filmed up in Vancouver and Toronto and all that's in Canada. So a lot of productions were up there. They gave a real good, you know, production companies, if they can save a buck, they'll go wherever they need to go. If they can save a nickel, they will travel thousands of miles and do their production in that space if they can save. You know, it's a lot of money. You know, so a full production, you know, you can save a lot of dough. So that's their goal, is to put everything into the movie, right? Make it as best as it can be. And so that's where we were filming Stargate. You know, we did it up in Canada, so we were production was saving money, and we had a lot of great actors up there, and a lot of great actors. We were bringing actors. They brought actors in from the U.S. from time to time. You know, mostly the guest stars or whoever. And I just happened to be one of those guys that were, you know, doing that kind of stuff at that time, you know, guest starring and all that kind of stuff. And it was great training. It paid the rent. So it was good.
I was kind of sad to see it was only one episode you were in.
Yeah, I was. You know, those kinds of shows already have their set people. So, right. And they're already cast. So you're just there for a quick, brief, in and out kind of thing, and that was okay. You know, I wouldn't have minded doing more with those folks, but you know, that's just the way it is. You just move on.
Okay, another movie you were in that I really enjoyed was Tombstone, and I read that you learned how to shoot on Tombstone, and now you're pretty big into the whole firearms thing.
Well, I've always been a good shot. So, but I'd never done a movie where I actually practiced and trained every day. And rode horses. I mean, I got to be a very good rider. I got to be a great shooter, better than I was. I got to be more, I learned more different techniques, a different way but they were older single action shooting, you know, lever action rifles, single action pistols, old style stuff.
It's a little different.
That was a lot of fun. Western style stuff. So it was a great time. You know, you learn different things on different movies that you do as an actor. You learn all these different new things. And writing and shooting and all this stuff was part of that movie, and that was one of the things that I had learned on many movies. That's one of the things that I have kept up. I have not kept up race car driving or or judo. I mean, I do train, but I have not kept up all that stuff. But the shooting sports has really become something that I like doing, and I still like doing it, even to this day.
That was going to be one of my next questions. On Days of Thunder, did you actually get to drive any of the NASCAR vehicles?
Oh, yeah. It was on-the-job training. You know, we had professional drivers helping us and training us. Rick Hendricks Motorsports, down in the Carolinas. They were very instrumental in supplying cars and very instrumental in helping us get people that would come onto the show and help train the actors and all that stuff. It was a very high-end film. We had a lot of real drivers helping us, a lot of professional people. It was great. We had a great time doing that movie. I've maintained a relationship with NASCAR ever since.
That was a great movie. It's one of my top 10 favorites.
Even if you were to turn it on now today, with the modern, more updated surround sounds that are out there, it still is an awesome movie.
Yeah, it was really well written and acted, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You mentioned the judo. You actually had or still have a black belt in, was it Kyokushin, or am I pronouncing it correct?
No. Kyokushin, I don't have black belt. That's a karate form, and I study Kyokushin karate. But in the past, I started out doing judo and aikido, and I did that for many years. I did that for a long time before I started doing more of the striking arts, like karate and stuff like that. And you know what? I don't compete or anything like that. I do it for the fun of it and for the ability to stay in shape. You know, you got to keep moving, and I love getting into the dojo and doing some training. It's a lot of fun, and it keeps me agile, keeps me stretched out, keeps me strong. You know, even after injuries, you know, it's a great way to rebuild your muscles and get your flexibility back.
Yeah, exercise is important. I mean, you guys spend some long hours on set. People don't realize how taxing that can be on the body.
Yeah, I mean, you're up and working 12, 14, 16 hours. You know, sometimes I have friends that are finishing up Suicide Squad, James Gunn's movie, and they're doing nights right now. So you go in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you work until 6 and 7 the next morning. So and then sometimes you got to flip around and do, you know, you're up at 5 in the a.m. and you got to work all day. So it's a tough life. And 12 hours is the minimum, mostly. If you're in if you're working very intricate scenes and you're there all night, you could be working 12, 14, 16, 18 hours at times. The only thing that saves us is that if we're working and the sun comes up or the sun goes down and we're working outside, that's the only thing that, like, oh, thank goodness. You know? Otherwise, if we were maybe in Alaska someplace where they have 24 hours of darkness, we would, production would probably work 24 hours.
Another one of my favorite movies that you're in, I'm going to go back a little farther here, is Mallrats with Mr. Spinning.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like working with Kevin Smith?
Yeah, good dude. Very loyal guy. We're still good friends. Fun, a lot of fun. We had a lot of people on that, and we had a lot of good times.
Now, he's been making a lot of sequels to his stuff. If he wants to make a Mallrats 2, would you be up to reprising your role?
Well, of course, but there's a lot of the Mallrats had just a crazy amount of actors, and of course some have passed on. You know, Stan Lee was in Mallrats,
right?
And so, you know, and some of these guys have gone on to become big mega stars, right? And so, you know, it's tough to get these guys back all in one place. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun though. It'd be a blast.
Along with TV and movies, you've also done some voice acting for video games. Among those three things, which one is your actual favorite?
You know, I have done. I did Black Ops 2, and so I've done some video games. I like doing the video games. They're a lot of fun, challenging in a different way. You know, they sort of bring you right back to the basics of acting. Like a soup bowl could be your helmet, and a stick could be your rifle. Because they add, you know, when you're doing those things and you're doing motion capture, the first Black Ops 2, the first major one that I had done, I mean, and it was a plastic soup bowl was my helmet, and the cockpit of my F-16 was a couple of boxes, and you know, and I was sitting up on the boxes, and they put everything in. They do all the other stuff, all the stuff that looks realistic in the game is all digitally produced. So basically, it brings you back to your basics of acting, because you have to that stick is your rifle, so you have to act and use it as if it were a rifle. It's like being a child again. It's like being a little kid of 7, out there playing war. The stick becomes your bazooka, whatever. But that's the way it is in the gaming industry.
Well, I know, checking out your IMDb page, we're going to be seeing quite a bit of you here in 2020 and 2021. And we got the Suicide Squad you're attached to, Fast and Furious 9.
Yep.
The Dark Tower series is coming up on Amazon.
Yeah, the Dark Tower series was not picked up, unfortunately. And but I'm doing also a piece called The Monster Problems for Paramount players, and so that's going to be good. So there's 3 good ones, and my other one that's coming out Valentine's Day. I'm in a little movie called Fantasy Island, so it's kind of a kooky horror version of the TV show. And that was a lot of fun too.
Okay, you didn't mention your reprisal of Yondu for the What If.
Oh, that was we did that a long time ago.
Yeah,
I did that. Yeah.
So we will get to see more Yondu, but it's going to be, if people are not familiar with the What If, it's kind of an alternate take on what could have happened with that character. So maybe he will be able to take out Taserface in the What If.
Maybe not.
Can't say. Okay.
Yeah, everything and anything can be changed in the What If series. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one with on Marvel, and like
I don't even know when that comes out. Do you have any idea when it comes out?
No, I've been waiting. I've been checking. We have the Disney Plus. The mouse is taking some more of my money, and I'm looking forward to that and the Fantasy Island. That one actually looks a little. I like that take on it.
It's a fun take, and I think if this one's successful, we'll do another. Why not?
I didn't know that was on the board, so there could be a
well, I don't know if it's on the board. I'm just saying you never know. They tend to be wanting to do sequels, a lot of them actually, in this business these days. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was beginning, nobody ever even thought of doing a sequel. Actually, that was never even on the tongues of anyone. Now it's like the first thing that comes out. Oh, this is going to be great. The second one's going to be great. What are you talking about? We haven't even finished the first one yet. We don't even know if there's any good. And sometimes it doesn't even matter if it's any good. They just do it anyway.
I think the first thing I saw sequels for was probably Friday the 13th. A lot of the horror movies jumped on that bandwagon.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah. Interesting. A lot of fun.
I told you there wasn't going to be any hard-hitting questions.
These have been really difficult.
Yeah, I didn't entirely tell you the truth. I had my last one is going to take a little bit of thought, I believe.
No way. Sorry, man.
Yeah, thinking is extra.
Yeah, that'll cost you.
Yeah. I asked this question of everybody I interview. So I want to see what your take on this is going to be. The question is, cake or pie?
Cake or pie?
Yes, sir.
I eat them both.
So you're non-committal.
I like them both. I'll have them both on one plate. I have a major sweet tooth, and cake and pie are on my agenda. I will have cake and pie in El Paso. Trust me.
So your answer to cake or pie is yes.
Yes, my answer to cake or pie is yes, please. Bring them on.
I've got to say that you're the first person to give that answer. So.
No way, really?
I like it. God. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to.
Very fun.
I know you're a busy man. I'd like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to talk with us today and answer our silly questions.
Dude, it was a good interview. Thank you. I'll get to see. Are you coming down to the show then?
Yeah, I run it. It's my show.
You run the show.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You'll probably see more of me than you want.
That is. I'm so sorry. I thought acting was a tough job. Dude, you got probably the toughest job in the business right now.
It's a little difficult, but it's got its rewards.
It's not even difficult. It's like insane.
Well, it's like
I have
herding
no
cats.
idea why people do this. I have no idea. I don't even know. How do you make money? Do you make money?
Not a lot,
am I in
no.
the wrong business? Should I
no.
open my own? Should we team up? I mean, what?
You can be a sponsor if you want. If you want to sponsor the event.
I don't want to be a sponsor. I want to make money, for God's sake. How do you make money when you're a sponsor? Please.
You make money by being a guest like you are.
Yeah, this is fun.
Way.
This is fun. This is fun. And we have fun doing it, too. So, what the hell? Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you then.
Oh, no, the pleasure will be all mine.
Right on, dude.
All right, like I said, we'll see you in April, sir.
See you then.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG.